Your blood pressure is 160 over 110. Are you taking your blood pressure medicine? I don't want extra chemicals in my body. You can have a stroke or a heart attack that you might never recover from. Oh, doctor, nothing will happen to me. I mean, we all die eventually. Yes, I understand, but do you want your vessels in your brain to rupture and bleed? Do you want to have a heart attack? How's this all related to high blood pressure? Well, based on your diet, you're eating fried fatty food, which has a lot of salt. Well, guess who loves to follow salt? Water. The more salt, the more water. The more water, the more pressure. Over time, the fat sits in the vessels and causes the vessels to narrow. It's like when you're watering your grass or plants. When you put your finger on top of the water hose or water pipe, what happens to the pressure? It increases, right? Now imagine that pressure hitting your vessels in the brain. The pressure will either break off the fat from your vessel or rupture your vessel. When the fat breaks off, the fat travels through smaller vessels. The fat cannot pass through the smaller vessels, which means the blood cannot flow through the smaller vessels. Remember, blood carries oxygen. When the brain's not getting enough oxygen, that's when a stroke happens. Another way you can have a stroke is when the high pressure hits the vessel, over time the vessels become weak and rip. This causes blood to spill into your brain. Either way, with a stroke, you will become dependent on your family or nurse care, all because you decided not to take your medicine. You can have a heart attack in the same way as a stroke. The narrowing of the vessels in your heart makes your heart pump faster because there's less oxygen coming into the heart. The heart's working the best it can by pumping blood through the heart so oxygen can reach other parts of your body. Now, eventually, the heart gets tired and it cannot keep up with the demand. That is a heart attack. With a heart attack, blood cannot move forward, which means oxygen can't go to other parts of the body and the organs start shutting down. Let's not forget about the kidney. With that pressure, kidneys don't stand a chance. The kidneys eventually start shutting down because of damage the pressure caused. This eventually leads to kidney failure, and now your kidneys can't get rid of the toxins from your body. You'll have to be hooked onto a machine that does the kidneys' work for you. Now, I can sit here and talk about how every organ can get damaged from not controlling your blood pressure, but my job is not to scare you. It's only a matter of time that any of this can happen if you don't take your medicine. One more thing. It's not about dying. We all die. That's a universal fact. It's the way you die. Why put yourself in this much pain when you could have just taken your medicine? Doctor, the patient in room 1 is not responding. The other nurses are performing CPR. Please come.